Welcome to another episode of Driving Sports Video. On today's show, Ryan takes the all-new Volvo S40 for a turn in the country. But first, let's take a peek at viewer mail. David Rodriguez writes, I'm here to give you feedback on your first venture. All in all, it was a pretty good first episode, but you have quite a few kinks in the structure. The narrator was too corny, the presenter's dialogue was a bit too generic, and it seemed like the video clips were too short. I hope this feedback helps you, as I'd love for this video magazine to be a great thing to watch. Thanks for writing, David. As you can see, we're making many improvements with every episode. Do you have a suggestion? If so, send us an email, and if we read it on the air, we'll send you a coupon for a free case of Royal Purple motor oil. Send your messages to feedback@drivingsportsvideo.com. Now let's check out the latest offering from Volvo.
Volvo is a car manufacturer more commonly associated with safety. It is now trying to go beyond the roots it laid with the bulletproof 240 brick on wheels. That defined the Volvo brand for an entire generation. One way to hitch young and affluent buyers these days is to put a big engine in a little car. This is the S40. Where the previous S40 was based on a platform developed by Mitsubishi, this all-new S40 was developed from the ground up to be shared by Volvo, Mazda, and Ford. As such, if you squint just right, you can see shades of the Mazda 3 and the European Ford Focus in the lines. The interior bears clean, Scandinavian features.
Take a look at this, for example. We have this center stack. Is this the most amazing thing you've ever seen as far as design? It basically takes all the push buttons that you normally have all over the cabin and puts them into one tiny little thin thing. That's amazing.
For younger buyers, the more important facts are in the performance, and here the S40 doesn't skimp. In the quickest version, Volvo jammed its turbocharged 2.5-liter T5 engine, which is good for 218 horsepower and 238 foot-pounds of torque. As we've seen in other hot little luxury sedans, it's the whole package that has to be considered. At $31,000, as we tested it with front-wheel drive and the dynamic sport package, it's pretty decent in the corners, so sport is definitely an aspect that's present, though not thrilling. So then, if it's not exciting in the corners, is it smooth enough to fit into the luxury segment? For that, we need to find a bumpy road.
The suspension, though this is even the sporty model of the S40 with the optional suspension package, it does a very good job of soaking up a lot of the little bumps. In some cars, I can't even talk while driving down this road. So this is actually pretty reasonable.
I think this car is well suited to take on the entry-level offerings from BMW, Audi, or Lexus. That is, if safety is more important to you than brand prestige or outright performance.
Ryan, let's be honest. You didn't really seem that impressed with this one. Volvo not fast enough for you?
Yeah, it wasn't quite fast enough. The T5 designation, when I saw it on the trunk and I heard about it in the specs, I'm like, oh great, this is the T5. This is the same engine that's in the S60. When in fact it actually has 40 less horsepower. And that peak horsepower hits at 5,000 RPM, not 2,500 RPM as in the S60. So when you really get down to the essentials, it's just not a complete enough package, and it didn't have enough performance to really motivate me past that.
So what else would you recommend?
In this price range, I think a good car to look at is the Volkswagen Jetta GLI. That's a brand new model, goes for about the same amount of money, has a lot of safety features, and is a complete package. It looks great on the outside, it looks great on the inside, and it handles just fantastic for the money.
Great, thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
And with that, we bring another episode to a close. On future shows, we'll have an inside look at a hot tuner STI, and Ryan confuses the all-new Audi A3 S line for a rally car. Check back with us next week. I'm Allie Dudek. See ya!